Greetings from Conversion Advantage, a elite Google Ads management agency. I'm going to take you through a presentation on how you can scale your business with Google Ads. There's going to be a lot of great insights here that you can see how this process works. But before we get stuck into that, let me show you some of the case studies that we've actually applied this thinking to and how they've scaled. So the first one here is Pet Insurance Australia. We've helped them get 25,000 extra customers across Australia as a challenger brand. We've got shoppingcontainers.com.au, which is probably one of Australia's largest leading container resellers and wholesalers. And they've got a number of different brands across locally and internationally. And we've managed to help them to double their leads with the same advertising cost, which is a huge impact on the average cost per sale. Then we've got Le Coq Sportif, which is a globally renowned sports fashion brand. We've helped them increase their e-commerce sales by 47%. We've got this is the digital product for legal template e-commerce site that we've helped increase their sales by 97%. Let's go into the next one. This is Adam Hudson, the famous Aussie entrepreneur that's doing some fantastic stuff. He's sort of the Gary Vaynerchuk of Australia. We've helped him grow his business in a period of 6-7 months from $18,000 to $110,000 on the e-commerce front. Mountain Soda doing some great stuff, 300% increase year to year, December versus December the previous year. Then we've got Smelly Balls, which is a car air freshener, 273% increase in sales. And I think the last one here is, if you look at this mobility scooter case study, we've helped them 3 times their revenue. And we've also, as over the years, we've got a lot of different brands that we've helped scale applying this process. But it all started this one single insight that we realized after 10 years running Conversion Advantage that the 80% of our sales were coming through websites that had really good Google Ads strategies and were very well optimized for conversion. So we made a strategic decision to zero in and become the best at those 2 things to give our clients the best chance to scale. And that is what's been the key driving force for the success of a lot of these case studies you've just seen. So when we made the decision, we also found out after that you get this tool called SimilarWeb, which is a great tool to see competitor spend, and you'll see between Harvey Norman, the good guys, Bingley Kogan, about 80% of this traffic that comes that they get per month is actually between organic search, paid search, and direct traffic, which the majority of that traffic comes from Google traffic. So again, very small from other channels, but that shows you the successful e-commerce brands get a lot of their traffic from e-commerce. If you've got a Nike, Asics, Adidas, New Balance, Puma, you'll see exactly the same thing. The majority of their traffic comes from paid search, organic search, and direct. Very small portions actually come from social media. Budget Direct, Amy, Yui, Allianz, you'll see again paid search and organic search. The key thing is when you look at these big brands, even if you look at David Jones, Foot Locker, JD Sports, Myer, all of them, the majority of their traffic comes from Google-related searches because that's by intent traffic. So all we're trying to sort of validate here is that if just by focusing on Google and making sure that's the key driving force, you are going to stand a really good chance to scale your business. So here is the 3-step Google Ads success blueprint we have built up with all these case studies, and it's become the core framework of what we do. And this is what we do and how you can apply the same framework on your side to help you scale. So the first thing we do is precision targeting. And when we do precision targeting, we do a lot of work around what people search before they buy. And then once we know what they buy, we zero in to make sure that we ring fence those keywords and try to get the highest proportion of market share on those keywords at the lowest possible cost. So we reduce ad wastage by having a really precision targeting focus. The second thing we do is to ensure that our clients focus on outvaluing their competitors. So after you've paid for somebody to get to the site, that you give yourselves the best chance to increase your average order value. And the third part we do is to apply the best conversion optimization insights to make sure that your website is converting at really good rates. So what I'm going to do now is just to quickly show you our auditing framework, which breaks those 3 steps down. And you could see, for instance, on precision targeting, we've got 9 key insights that we look at. And with outvaluing competitors, there are literally 5 key things we look at to be able to do that. And with high converting websites, we actually look at 6 factors. When we combine these 20 factors, we create strategies to help our clients win on each one of those factors, to know where they're strong, where they're weak, and then we can help them increase that. But what I'm going to do from an education point of view is to show you some of these strategies you can see we look at, and you can see how you could apply that to your own business. So let's look at precision targeting. which is the first leg of it. So this is the first strategy. So the big thing, what I want to show you here is this for e-commerce brand. You could see that there's 3 keyword searches. One is for joint venture agreement template. One is for joint venture agreement template South Africa. This is a South African e-commerce business, and joint venture contract. You would think that all 3 keywords convert, but in this you can clearly see that the third keyword, which most people would go for, is actually the barrier for growth because it didn't convert anything. So we would then typically in this basic scenario of showing you an example, focus all the keywords in and maximize our sales by ring fencing those first 2 keywords and ensuring that we get as much of that traffic as possible from a market share point of view. To further illustrate this point, if you look at this as a Kia Picanto, if you look at a Kia Picanto, you want to go see how people search for that, what the search volumes are, and what the cost of those search volumes are. So we can see there's 22,000 search for Kia Picanto, and then we've got 1,000 for pricing. Now, somebody that's searching for pricing is a lot closer to the bottom of the funnel. So typically, if depending on the size of your budget, you can play on both sides of the funnel. But if you're going after after the market, you want to make sure that you can then have the option of knowing which of those keywords drive you the best return on investment, because you could go brand, which is what people are searching for, or you can go lower end and at price and see if the higher cost for the keyword, the less search volume, actually drives you a better cost per lead and a better sales ratio. Once you know what those keywords are, you can expand it on a national level and you can start looking at getting market share across different areas of the country. And by doing that, it allows you to scale your campaigns in a very cost-effective way. One of the key things you can also do, and this is the extra insight, is that on this tool, SimilarWeb, you can actually go ahead and go see who your competitors are, and you can go see what keywords they focus on, how much they are spending. And once you see somebody that's been spending and investing in a certain keyword and landing page for a period of time, there is no doubt would have been success if they're looking at that data, which you can have that as a starting point for what you do. But we'd highly recommend that to go and have a look at that, and you can go see what works and what doesn't work to you can add to your existing strategy. The second thing is here to create high relevance keyword ads. And what we want to, with precision targeting, is that one thing is to get the right keywords. Second thing is to make sure that we are attracting the people that are looking to solve that problem. And one of the key strategies you want to implement is to make keyword rich ads. And once you do that, you can see you stand a better chance to actually drive more clicks and have a high click-through rate from your ads to get people there. So if you look at this as an example, we're going for the keyword all-terrain wheelchair for one of our clients, that's mobility scooters. And you can see on the right-hand side, you can see the blue represents how we infuse that keyword to make sure that we're keyword-centric, to make sure that ad is a lot more relevant to the person that's looking to get that problem solved. So the third thing we want to talk about here is the different, once you've got your keywords sorted out and you've got your copy and creative sorted out, you want to go see what is the right bidding strategy. Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't always win if you're number one. If you look at this example here, you could see that being at number 1 position can cost you $35 cost per click, and then if you're at number 4, you could be $11 cost per click. Now the difference is that if you go on 100 clicks for each, you could see that the cost per sale with a 3% conversion rate on the one is sitting in $1,000 and the other one $366. Now what you want to do is to get as much of the $11 clicks to set you at the lower cost per sale that you can scale your business that way. And to do that, you need to ensure that you've got the right bidding strategy. If you're running Google Ads, you probably sometimes get these recommendations to spend more. Well, we can show you what this was done, where we actually went to go spend more, and all that happened is that our cost for advertising went up and our sales almost stayed the same. We hit a point of diminishing return. So with the bidding strategies, you also want to ensure that you are getting your strategy to the place where you are getting as much good traffic at the lowest possible rate, so you can actually, or the most affordable rate that actually makes business sense to be able to make your business sustainable. To do that, there's a number of different campaigns that you can run. Google has extended from search onto the other channels, and you can go from Performance Max now to search. Now, the right strategy is going in with having a split risk strategy where you're actually doing a bit of each to be able to see which is the best bidding strategy, the right keywords, the right creative that's going to deliver you the best results. So we test this at length, but there are some really good things to uncover when you know what works and what doesn't work. In the general case, the broader the keyword is, the cheaper the traffic is, the lower the relevance is to the person, and the the higher the relevance, the more expensive the keyword is, the higher cost per click it is. So you want to make sure that if you're going to go for the higher cost per click, that your ads are in great shape, and also that your landing pages are good to convert. Otherwise, you can be spending a lot of money on things that aren't converting. The second big pillar here is to outvalue competitors. And to outvalue competitors, you want to make sure that you are making unmatched, compelling offers. It doesn't mean you have to be the cheapest, but what it does mean is that you want to communicate and explain to customers why you are charging more and how much value you are driving. If we look at this, yes, for instance, two brands that are going off the same shoe, the one is charging about 50% more than the other. So but they're both advertising. So you can imagine the one is actually helping the other one get more clear, just getting more sales. So what we say here is be offer aware, and if you can't beat them at price, come up with an offer that creates different value. So there's 2 for 1, getting a t-shirt with a pair of shoes, whatever it could be, but you want to get smarter around the offers that you do, that you can actually avoid being a commodity lane, but actually getting your own blue ocean strategy where you're running your own race and creating offers that will appeal to your market. So if you look at this one, again, we've got this is for health insurance. There's a 12 weeks offer and a 6 weeks offer. The one offers significantly more than the other. The problem that is here, that we have here, is that obviously most will go for the 12 weeks and they're advertising, but the second one here does not even reflect their offer on their landing page once you arrive there. So you can imagine at the maybe $10 cost per click, you will find that the one will be hurting and bleeding to get the same amount of sales as the other. So again, you want to make sure that the offers that you got is creating good value so people can convert. If you look at this is a high-end motor premium sparkling water system, and these guys are brilliant at communicating their value. So they're not cheap, but what they've been successful is that actually educate the market on why they charge more and why it's better to go with them, which helps the customer make a really compelling decision. If you want to learn more about this, guys, to go watch this Russell Brunson. He does a fantastic job to make it a no-brain decision. And the guy that's actually the number one, I would say, probably in the world in this space, Alex Hormozi, so you can check his book out. It's got great insights on how you could rethink how you make offers so people can just go, I want to buy this. And that obviously helps make everything work better. The last thing I want to talk about is high converting website experience. It's only one insight. We obviously got a number of different factors we look at, but the key thing you want to look at is to optimize your mobile page speed. If you look at this, if both brands offering the same offer for car insurance, you set it with one being a 25 out of 100, other one 37 out of 100. The problem here is that mobile probably represents 50 to 60% of most businesses' traffic as we speak. And if your mobile page speed is not doing its job, you could be losing customers just because of speed. So our recommendation here is that you can go look at Fiverr, you can look at Upwork, all these different platforms, and you can get your mobile page speed significantly faster, right, with a little small investment. And it could probably potentially be one of the best investments you can make with your entire marketing strategy. So to sum it all up, there are a lot of key strategies that one could do to help your business grow. If any of this has sparked the interest that you want to scale your business, we would like to encourage you to book a 50-minute call so we can talk about your business and give you a custom strategy based on all the experience that we've got. And then if that all works out, then we could help you scale your business. Who are we? What makes us different? We are elite Google Ads management agency. We've been going for 12 years. We advanced specialists. We only specialize in Google Ads and a bit of CRO, but our CRO insights are for free. But we are advanced Google Ads specialists. And the reason we do that is because we believe that Google Ads brings buyers. And if you bring buyers, people looking to buy mode to your website, you give yourself the best chance to convert. We've got many leading brands. I can share a bit about that just now. Then we've got a lot of case studies on our website. Please, by all means, go see if there's a relevant case study to your business. We've got a proven framework, and we are Aussie-based. So if we look at, we've worked with large and medium-sized businesses, and we've worked successfully with helping a number of these businesses scale, and we've got some great wealth experience that your business can benefit on to out having to pay the school fees to try get some of these insights. So if this is in any way has resonated with you, and you think that we'd just like to have an informal chat with no pressure, to chat about your business, see if we can help you, please book the 50-minute discovery call. Otherwise, if you know of somebody who can benefit off this and some of these insights and some of this thinking, by all means, please go ahead and share the case study. Otherwise, take care, and we look forward to catching up with you. Take care. Cheers. Bye.